Depression I've pretty much had my entire life. The older I got, it was harder to shake.
I think I always knew, even as a little kid, that I was a little more high-strung, a little more anxious, and a little bit prone to get more emotional. When I was younger, my parents said I was a really sensitive kid.
Looking back, I can see the signs that it was there all along. I had a lot of anxiety as a child.
I first started noticing my depression around 21, and since then I've been struggling and dealing with that.
I think probably it started in my youth. My mother died when I was 8.
In August of 2014, Robin Williams killed himself. And one of the things that I found out very quickly in talking with others was that people who had also been depressed were really hit hard, because they thought that if a man of that kind of talent, with access to the kind of help that he had access to, if he lost, what's to stop that person from being me?
Mental illness is not limited to any one group. It cuts across socioeconomic, age, gender barriers. It's something that can affect anyone at any time.
The World Health Organization classifies depression as one of the most common causes of disability and the 4th leading contributor to the global burden of disease.
Hi, I'm Dr. Carper, and this is Close to Home, Depression. Depression is a common illness in the United States. It affects about 1 out of 20 Americans.
We don't all get up in the morning and think, oh, this is going to be a really nice day. I'm so happy that my day's starting. A lot of times you wake up and you have to get yourself kind of out of that mode. And sometimes you can do that, and other times you can't.
So it's more than just feeling sad, but it is a state of being that feels unescapable at the time.
Depression's not a moral weakness. It's a true medical illness.
You can have problems with your sleep, your appetite, your cognition, and all that can interfere with your daily functioning.
So not only does it affect how you feel, but it also affects the way that you interpret situations. You tend to automatically see the worst in any particular situation. That, in turn, feeds the depression.
With depression, it's a series of triggers, and it builds and builds and builds. And it got to the point where I just couldn't fight it, and it exploded.
I had nightmares, horrible nightmares. I barely would sleep a night well at all. And that's the bizarre part, was I didn't know why. And then you just start blaming yourself for whatever dumb reason, because you don't know why. You really have no reason to feel bad or to feel sad. You didn't do anything, but yet you do.
Depression is one of the most common mental illnesses that we see and the most treatable.
This is something that somebody is experiencing on the inside. It's very internal.
It's a really difficult thing. It's a difficult thing to diagnose. It's a difficult thing to deal with. It affects the individual, the family members, the caregivers, but there's hope.
One of the psychological effects of depression is closing opportunities and changing the way people think. It affects the mind and especially the sense of hope.
My depression and anxiety issues only got really bad when I hit college. First time ever away from home, you have all the usual pressures, all the usual homesickness. I had just broken up with my girlfriend at the time, and I got really depressed. So depressed I could barely function.
I would say my first real battle with depression came with a serious breakup. And at that point, I was teaching full-time, I was directing the plays, things were right on track, and it fell apart. That's when I decided I needed to seek some therapy.